for an incident that occurred on 26 June 2018 at the Crime Intelligence Office. She had accused General Khan of assault and intimidation. What I know now is that the audio file contained a recording of parts of the incident between General Khan and Brigadier Petley. I was aware of the alleged assault and intimidation incident because on the day of the incident, General Khan came to our office and told my colleague and me about it. My colleague assisted General Khan.
Witnesser, do you recall what he told you had occurred?
Yes, when he came to our office, he indicated, I cannot now exactly recall the words, but it came down to he has put her in her place. But the way he explained it, it was out of his character for me.
You say it was out of his character that the incident occurred?
Yes, and that he had this altercation with Brigadier Petley. I did not know him as a person that fights with other people.
Okay. Continue. Paragraph 11.
My colleague assisted General Khan with a draft of his statement in the alleged assault and intimidation matter. I know this because General Khan later came to me to commission the statement, which I did. I cannot remember whether my colleague and General Khan were already busy with the statement when I handed him the contents of Advocate Johnson's affidavit, but I know that they continued drafting the statement after I handed General Khan the white envelope.
Sorry, Witness O, can we just make a correction there? When I handed him the contents of Advocate Johnson's email, not affidavit.
Okay, sorry, I'm making the correction. I will read the paragraph again. I cannot remember whether my colleague and General Khan were already busy with the statement when I handed him the contents of Advocate Johnson's email, but I know that they continued drafting the statement after I handed General Khan the white envelope. I also know that I commissioned the affidavit sometime after I handed General Khan the white envelope. I'm aware that it stated on General Khan's statement that it was commissioned at 12:30, but this is not correct. I only commissioned the affidavit after I handed the white envelope to General Khan, which would have handed to him shortly before 1 or at 1 o'clock at the latest. In support of this, I've looked at the properties information of the type statement and I noticed that the document was modified at 13:33.
Okay, Witness, if you can just pause there. There's a few things to deal with in that paragraph. So if you go to page 116 of the bundle.
Okay.
And until 118. Is that the statement that was prepared by General Khan on the 4th of July 2018?
I confirm it is, but not with this strikeout at the bottom here. I made a copy of this affidavit when I signed or when I commissioned it for myself.
Okay.
On my copy, there's nothing striked out.
Okay, you're referring on page 118. You confirm that is the affidavit, and you confirm that where it's the commission of oath, that is your signature.
I confirm that.
And what you're saying is that the time that is referred to there, where it says, I certify that the deponent has acknowledged that he knows and understands the contents of the statement which was sworn to before me, and he placed his signature in my presence in Pretoria on 2018-07-04 at 12:30. That is an incorrect time, because you say it would have been later, based on what you could see from when the properties of the document, which we will get to.
I confirm that. The time and date was already pre-typed when General Khan gave me the statement.
And this is important because of the time when Advocate Johnson sent the email to you. It was also after that, after 12:30.
I commissioned the statement after receiving the email.
Okay, and in support of that, you mentioned the properties of the document being the statement of General Khan, which we find on page 38 of the bundle. You can go there.
I confirm this is the last document. Date modified 2018-07-04-1333.
Okay, so what you're saying is that it follows that you would have only commissioned his statement after 1:30.
Yes.
Can we go back?
Sorry, before you move on, at that page 118, the affidavit, the strikeout that you say was not there when you commissioned this, there are initials next to, I suppose, verifying or confirming the strikeout. Does any of that scribbling belong to you?
No, ma'am.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. We can go back to your statement.
Sometime later, the same day, I think, or a day later, General Khan gave the white envelope with the contents of Advocate Johnson's email back to me. I kept the envelope, and as stated above, I did not delete Advocate Johnson's email. I do not have one specific reason for keeping the envelope and not deleting the email. The request just seemed suspicious, especially because Advocate Johnson asked for my personal email address and sent the email from her personal email address and asked me to delete the email thereafter. I kept the information and thought that if there was ever an investigation into the assault matter, that perhaps this would be relevant. But Brigadier Petley resigned sometime in 2020 and nothing became of the assault case. I was very fearful to volunteer information, especially given the environment at Crime Intelligence at the time. I was also aware that Advocate Johnson's husband, Colonel Junaid Johnson, worked at Crime Intelligence, and him and General Khan had worked closely together. A disclosure of this nature may have been detrimental to me. However, when Advocate Johnson was appointed the head of IDACT in early 2022, I started thinking about this incident again, and it troubled me all over again. At the time, members of the Hawks were placed at IDACT to investigate matters at Crime Intelligence. I approached him on condition that my identity would be protected. I informed him of the incident and that I prepared a statement setting out my recollection. I did so in August 2022. As far as I'm aware, the DPCI officers investigated the matter, but nothing has come of it.
Sorry, Ms. O, just for confirmation, that statement of yours appears on page 1 to 4 of the bundle. If you can go to the exhibit bundle. Then the annexures thereafter, do you confirm?
1 to 4, sorry ma'am.
Page 1 to page 4 of the exhibit bundle. Page 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yes, I confirm this is my statement and my signature.
And this was the statement that you had submitted to the DPCI officers?
Yes, in 2022.
Okay, thank you. You can continue. Conclusion.
Thank you. I'm confident that the person I spoke to on General Khan's phone on 4 July was Advocate Johnson, and that she's the person who sent me the email, instructed me to give the contents of the email to General Khan and delete the email thereafter. I do not know if Advocate Johnson and General Khan have any connection other than the fact that General Khan and her husband work together. In January 2020, I was invited to General Khan's 50th birthday party where Advocate Johnson and Colonel Johnson were also in attendance. I do not know if Advocate Johnson denies that she told me to give the contents of the email to General Khan and delete the email thereafter, but if she does so deny, she would have to explain why would she send the email to me, a person that she does not know. I trust that my testimony will be of assistance to the Commission and its work.
Thank you, Witness O. Chair, that is the evidence of this witness.
Witness O, in paragraph 15, where you say after Advocate Johnson was appointed head of IDEC in 2022, you started thinking about this incident again, and it troubled you all over again. Can you just explain a bit what is it about that would have triggered that concern when she got appointed?
I think because she was appointed to an important post, it concerned me, because if this was above board, she would have sent it at the time from her official email to my official email, and that for me was suspicious.
And did General Khan give you any explanation when he said you speak to her on the phone, why the email was being sent to you?
No, he did not give me an explanation.
Before and after?
No.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Commissioners.
Thank you very much, Colonel. You are excused.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, Commissioners.
Chair, we just need a short stand down to get witness N ready.
Let's adjourn. We'll hear from you.